Ladies and gentlemen and fellow friends of Azeroth, today we're reacting to Platinum WoW, the biggest downgrade in Warcraft, which he describes as the story of how humans in World of Warcraft are just ugly babies. So without further ado, let's just hop into it.
Here, anything is possible.
I actually didn't know that this was his voice in the first Platinum WoW video I watched.
It is a world filled with savage orcs, Amazonian elves, alien goat people, bestial monsters.
You know, before this goes, I just want to say, like, WoW has become so soft. Like, just looking at the orcs and stuff fighting, it's like, what? How far have we fallen from the light? You know, like, how far have we actually dropped, man? I feel like everything's just so chicken tender. There's nobody edgy. No one got no heart.
Alien goat people, bestial monsters, and yet people still play humans. But it gets worse than that.
I mean, humans are better for the Mogs most of the time.
Humans in World
to be
of
a hot
Warcraft
take, I don't know.
used to be far more
Drip
cool
is the actual
than
endgame.
ancient times of
Transmog is the
Azeroth.
endgame.
And to truly discover how far they've downgraded, we need to head up to the frozen north.
Ah! An ant just bit my foot. How did they downgrade? Okay, the curse. Is this too loud? I hope not. No, whatever. I can't EQ everything. I ain't no producer. Isn't this like the Vicryl? Alright. Ingvar's monolithic cleaver out of that one dungeon I can't remember the name of, but is iconic to me. Kinda tough. Okay.
When the Pantheon first discovered Azeroth, it was infested with the presence of the old gods. In order to dispose of this void threat, they created Titanforge beings made of steel and stone, whose mission was to defend and shape Azeroth into an inhabitable
They made people out of steel and stone?
The Pantheon disappeared into the cosmos. Creations like the Earthen molded the world's mountains. Mechanomes maintained the Titan machineries. And the Vicryl were one of the defenders, while this new world was shaped into their liking. The Vicryl participated in the War of the Black Empire.
I've literally never seen this in my entire life.
Lasting thousands of years.
Where do you find this
that
NPC?
Ended with the old gods imprisoned in a world protected. Or so they thought.
The story of old gods confuses me a lot. Are these in the game? Okay, like that I've seen. That I've seen. They drive him insane?
His prison, the old god Yogg-Saron infected the Forge of Wills with the Curse of Flesh. This meant that any new Titanforge created would slowly deteriorate into beings of flesh and blood, and this curse would start to affect older generations as well. Over the spans of generations and generations, the Iron Vikryl's skin became brittle and weak. Priestesses went into deep meditation to find a cure for this debilitating affliction, and the Vicryl realized that if they were to survive, they would have to adapt. They would have to find strength in new avenues. And out of all of the Vicryl clans, the Dragonflayers rose to power with a newfound strength from a close ally.
So, like, why do we kill these guys? Like, why do we fight them?
By taming and befriending wild proto-drakes, the Dragonflayer clan was able to defeat one of their biggest enemies, the Jalgar, a race of humanoid bear people who would retreat into Central
humans?
Kalimdor, where they would eventually be known as the race called the Furbolgs we know today.
What?
Back in the frozen north, the curse that afflicted the Vicryl seemed to mutate, and 15,000...
So this is all from Yogg-Saron. Am I following this correctly? Because the old guy came back because they were supposed to defend, and then they were all metal, and they were steel, and then he gave them the curse of flesh, and that just automatically affected literally everything?
Years ago, an event happened that would change their society forever.
Push. By Odin's will, I command you to
What is this guy doing? What?
By the gods, it's disgusting.
Bruh.
Hi.
What?
Seemingly overnight, the curse had evolved, and new Vicruel born were disfigured runts.
A guy walked up to me and said,
What?
I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. I said, relax, man. You're too tense.
These children were seen as ugly and weak,
You're telling me humans just spawned out of nowhere?
the exact opposite traits Vicruel society valued. They were deeply divided on what to do about this issue. On one hand, they are their children who can still be raised to be useful members in their society. But on the other hand, the Vicruel race must remain pure, and these cursed bastard children only seek to taint the lineage of their race.
A duck walked into an apothecary and he said, give me some chapstick and put it on my bill.
Imagine being able to build an app
Can we
with your
stop?
name
I'm gonna
on
get an
it
ad blocker.
just by thinking
Somebody who has
about
an ad blocker,
it.
recommend that to me as fast as you possibly can.
It was up to King Yimron,
Kind of a tough
ruler
fit.
of the Dragon Flayers, to make the decision. The Vicruel did not know the Curse of Flesh was the old god's doing. They assumed that this affliction was because the Titans had abandoned them in their time of need and damned them to this
Oh.
curse, leaving them with this new blight on their society.
Well met.
Bruh.
Go away.
So I have this idea for a
Bro,
great
he just
movie.
looks like a
It's
screwball.
about two gnomes who find a bracelet
like Howie
of
Mandel.
power.
Go away.
And they have to take it to the burning steps and cast it into the cauldron. They form the Brotherhood of the Bracelet. It could be a three-parter called Ruler of the Bracelet.
I hate your damn gods.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. The first part would be called the Brotherhood of the Bracelet, followed by a couple of towers, with a climactic ending called Hey, the King.
Ooh.
You invade my home and then dare to challenge me? There is a reason I am king. Your death is only the beginning.
Damn. Oh, so they just went full
Enraged
crazy.
by his betrayal of trust to the Titans, King Yimron outlawed the worship of their gods and directed his rage at the runts that poisoned his people. By the king's decree, the malformed children and their families were ordered to the Shalibjorn for execution.
Oh my
Of course, many of these families did not voluntarily forfeit their lives, and that is why King Yimron had barbarians like Scotty the Ruthless to hunt these families down and take care of them himself.
Cover for me. I got a whiz behind a tree.
Bruh. Come on, fam. They make it so hard to even like them.
These families realized that the North was no longer a place that could be called home, and they fled with their children. There's whispers of an ancient burial ground of a Titan Watcher called Tears Fall.
Okay.
Maybe there they could find solace, and their children could grow up to be mighty warriors just like them. So, they left, traveling into the great unknown so their cursed children could live a life where they
What?
did not get treated as monsters.
Curse you! Curse your mother! I will take your head down your throat! You
The guy's about to tweak out,
hold
bro.
himself will be under the ground!
Mankind. I actually didn't know this stuff.
In the lands that would later be called the Eastern Kingdoms, the Vicruel taught their children the values of their society, how to hunt, smith, and fend for themselves. Their culture was founded around crowding around the campfire, telling stories of ancient heroes,
I'm
noble
assuming this is
sacrifices, and daring
all
battles.
started because of the parents.
One of the legends that was instilled into their culture was the legend of Tyr, a Titanforge keeper who was the epitome of order and justice, who sacrificed himself to cleanse Azeroth of a great evil. This legend would be the source of inspiration for their homeland, which would later be called Tirisfal Glades, and his silver hand would become the defining symbol for the paladins of the Knights of the Silver Hand, who would be established thousands and thousands of years in the future.
I had no idea that's where that came from. It just blew my socks off.
The Vicryll either died off or left to go back to the northern reaches of Azeroth, leaving their children to live for themselves. The remaining Dragonflayers up north realized that killing ugly babies does not stop you from making ugly babies. So to fend off the Curse of Flesh, they all went to hibernation for the next 15,000 years, and even slept through the Great Sundering of the world. And by the way, this did not help with the curse.
Yeah, like what? Didn't even solve anything.
These gross, disgusting children had found a way to survive in this harsh world and became a race that would show great promise in the years to come. And this is the foundation of the humans in Warcraft, and their story continues as
this is
they learn to carve
ridiculous.
their own place in this chaotic, dangerous world of Azeroth.
How does a Tauren hide
Dude.
in a cherry tree? He paints his hooves red.
Is these credits? Okay, if we're watching more Platinum WoW, I gotta remember this is what he puts as the credits. You want your character in a video? Visit my Patreon?
So,
okay, well, if you
in
enjoyed the
to a
video,
bar
you
with a
enjoyed this whole
parrot on
reaction
his
series
shoulder.
that I'm starting,
The bartender
go ahead and
says,
give Platinum
"Hey,
WoW a
where'd you
sub.
get that?"
Give him a like.
The
He makes
parrot
amazing
says,
content. So I'll do the second
"Durathon,
video I've
they
watched
got
from him,
'em
but
all over the place."
it's all pretty good. So let me know what other videos you want to see. Let me know what other videos you want to see me watch or that I should check out in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.